right, welcome to another episode of What's Your Story? And who do we have here with us today?
Elijah,
Elijah?
egcbeats,
Okay.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, born and raised.
Hey.
Yep.
All right, so I bought Elijah on a platform because I kind of know him through some mutual friends. I know him for engineering. I found out a little bit before this interview he do a little more than that. So
Jack of all trades, you know.
Yeah, say it again.
Jack of all trades.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. So we're gonna get into it. Hopefully, from this story, you guys can learn something you never knew before and get inspired to, follow your dreams. All right, so let's go. So, what made you fall in love with music so much that you was like, you know what, I want to create it?
It's interesting because I've always been super in tune with music as a kid, just pointing out weird little details and certain things in songs that I would find in other songs. I can't really give you an example, but I would just see correlations and similarities in a lot of things with music. And then a lot of people don't know this. Skrillex is the reason I wanted to start producing beats.
Really?
Yeah, Skrillex. I first heard Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by Skrillex. The one was like, yes, oh my God.
Yeah.
I heard that and I was like, bro, I want to make that. I want to know how he does that. So I went on Google. I looked up what does Skrillex use. I found out it was Ableton Live. And at the time they were on version 8. So I downloaded a free trial of version 8 on my mom's computer.
Yeah.
It was not about to run that project, but I made it work. I was making it work. I was doing everything I could just to be able to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
And just YouTube tutorials all day. Every time I got on, just trying to figure out something, clicking everything random just to try and see what would happen. YouTube tutorials. And then eventually I got to a point I figured out how to do it. And then just kind of made my own methods. And just went from there. So Skrillex.
So how old were you when you downloaded the program?
I was 13.
You was 13 and you started playing with it, see what was going on?
Yeah, just having fun with it.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. It was bad, bro. It was so bad. I still got these little CDs I burned.
Yeah.
With all my old stuff. My grandma got one, bro.
Oh, word.
Yeah, she still got one.
Grandma
every time I go visit her, she's like, I still got one of them CDs, right? The first 5 songs. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, I got 2 of them.
Oh, see, that's live.
It's real.
That's real support.
That's real.
That's real support.
And she played them too. I was like, Grandma, stop. Stop.
So being that you're a jack of all trades, it sounds like you tried producing first.
Yeah.
What came after producing?
Well, I'll put it like this. I tried to produce electronic music, EDM, dubstep, house music, trance, whatever, right? And then I realized I wasn't good at it. It's a lot. There's so many layers to it. So I couldn't do it. I just didn't have the expertise yet. So I tried to just make regular beats, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because every time somebody would ask me oh, what kind of music do you make? I couldn't describe it. I didn't really know what to say. Because it didn't sound like what I wanted it to sound like.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, you make beats? I'm like, no. Then I was like, well, you know what? Everybody thinks I make beats. Let me try making beats. And then they still sounded weird. They were still trash.
Yeah.
But it just all that experimentation, it got me to the point where now if I make a beat, it's like a, what's the term? It's like muscle memory. It don't take nothing for me to think of how to make a beat. I got all types of tips, tricks, and methods that I can go through.
Yeah.
But I started with EDM and then I made beats, and that kind of trickled into everything else, recording and engineering and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So do you play any live instruments for your beats sometimes, or is it usually computer?
No, I never learned how to formally play any instruments. Excuse me. I have a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
And I can kind of mess around with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I got a feel for it, but I'll never tell anybody I know how to play piano. I don't know how to play piano, but I understand it.
Yeah.
It's and that's just kind of how music is, or or like playing a sport. Like once you kind of got a feel for it, you might not be able to break it down 100%, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you don't unlearn it. Like once you learn it, you got it.